Yes, Reds, how are we? Hope you're all good. Greg is in the building with us again. He's got his Christmas hat on. I know he's not too happy today, but I mean, just wasn't come to you first, lad. I just how are we, fella?
First and foremost, fuck Managerial. You're a gang of fucking helmets. Whoever fucking does all the penalties, I think they're called penalty fares. That's the company. Fuck yourselves, yeah, you little knobheads. I'm not paying you to want it. Get to fuck me.
Flip it now. We're coming for all yous.
I'm not paying a fucking want to go from Kirkdale to Central Station. You absolute fucking helmets.
Just apologise like Salah. Be sad.
Your sold as well. Well, I'm glad you were with us today, Greg, because I thought this was a good show. You know, I'm going to go through a bit of all the shit today. The bit of the manager's quotes. Obviously, a bit of news that's come out. Mark, you're back with us today. You're only with us when we're winning.
I've been busy, lads. I've been fucking doing the kids' bedrooms.
I'm fucking got everything to you cheeky bastard. I'm not coming on.
No, I've been busy, lad, doing, you know, we talk personally and all that privately. And I've been busy, lad, so I've been wanting to get on, but I'm back now. Everything's done. All is fucking good to go.
Good to go, and that's all we are. Yeah, there he is. Greg is in the building with his hat on, as you can see there. Top right.
Of course, man.
Romano is back. How are we, lads? You've had an interesting week as well, Adam, haven't you? Smashing cars up, robbing Mackies and fucking everything.
That's it, lads. That's it. It's an eventful week, hasn't it? Fucking sad.
So if your Mackies has gone missing, that's the fucking culprit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
all good, lad.
Boys, finally on the back of a win, good win as well. Look, if you just joined us, smash the like, subscribe. This is Red or Alive TV. The Brighton match builds up, and obviously in the title, Greg, I put, will Mo Salah be involved again? Well, we had a bit of news, didn't we? I don't know whether it's an apology. I think it may be a bit of a shake hands, move on. Is it his final game potentially? Oh, well, I don't think he'll start, Greg. Personally,
I don't think so,
yeah, I think he'll be on the bench. But Greg, one thing for sure is he's much needed because they're short in numbers. But just before we go into it, because I know we'll have a little chat. What do you think's happened with Salah recently? What do you think's caused this?
Well, I mean, I was just saying then off camera, like one of the reasons why I've been hating this discourse is because people just keep on going on about something that they just don't know. Like they don't have a clue. Like, I'm sorry, lads, you're not at Action every day seeing what's going on. You're not at Salah's house listening to the combos he's having with his wife and kids. You're not at Slot's house. You're not at fucking, Michael Edwards' house. You're not at Richard Hughes' house. You don't have a fucking clue what's going on behind the scenes. That's like, bottom line. That's it, said and done, right? But with I'm gonna make myself sound like a bad hypocrite. However, with this whole thing, if I was to guess, it would be down to the fact that we looked absolutely changed from last season in terms of identity, in terms of mentality, and just in terms of how the team and the manager have come across in public. You watch all the Slots press conferences. I made a tweet today, and I just said, I don't know whether it's him or the questions he's being asked, but Slots press conferences this season, they're just lackluster. They don't give you any sort of hope. They don't give you any sort of motivation. They don't give you any sort of delight going into match day. And I remember watching the Inter one before the game, and I was thinking to myself, first and foremost, what are these questions? And secondly, I just thought to myself, the way Arne Slot replied to them, Fizz, he's done it in a good way to make sure that you can't really get a story out of it.
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't fill you with any hope. It doesn't fill you with any sense of progress. And to me, I feel like I'm watching what could be a bad explosion coming in from the Liverpool camp. And another main reason in which I've hated this discourse is because people have made it now that you have to take sides. No. Why do you have to be on Slot's side? Why do you have to be on Salah's side? Why do you have to be on Carragher's side?
Why? Just split, hasn't it?
Why? I don't get it. I really don't understand it. My personal stance on it is, right, I support Liverpool. I'm going to go to the game on Saturday and I want to walk out at 5 p.m. with Liverpool winning 3 points. I don't care if Salah plays or doesn't play. I want Liverpool to win, and I want Liverpool to get 3 points. If Salah plays and we win 4-0 and he scores a hat-trick, sound. If Salah doesn't play and Ekatike scores a hat-trick and we win 3-0, sound. I do not give a flying fuck. And that's no disrespect to Salah.
But this, Greg, just to interrupt, that's where people get too fucking thingy on Twitter. They think you're attacking this fella and discrediting what you've done. And I think it's a load of bollocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I love Salah. He's the best player of my generation. You know, he is. He's the best player that people my age have seen. 21.
Yeah, I'll let you off then.
You know what I mean? Like, he's the best. He's the best player that people my age and slightly younger and maybe a couple years older have seen play in a Liverpool shirt, right? And lad, it's like I don't know. I just want Liverpool to win. I'm happy we won on Tuesday. Yeah. I'm happy because I just wanted to see Liverpool finally win a game. And it for the bit of time, for the smallest bit of time, it shut up the entire discourse of has Slot lost the dressing room or has Salah. No, Liverpool won a football game, and people were saying why we won the game of football, and that was it. And then obviously again, the next press conference has come, and you already know what the journals are asking, and we're back to square one. And that's the problem for me. I think as fans, why would I care? I just want to see Liverpool get results. I just want to see Liverpool win games. I just want to see Liverpool put in good performances. What happens backstage, what happens in upstairs. Look, at the end of the day, I don't care as long as we're winning. As long as we win, like if there's player hatred going on, whatever, as long as on the pitch they are sound, they're playing well. If there's a bit of a disconnect between the manager and the player, if it's working on the pitch, it's working on the pitch, and ultimately that is all that matters in a football team. If it's working on the pitch, you're getting results, you're seeing progress. That's it. It's not about if you're on Salah's side or fucking Slot side or whatever. No, I am on the side in which Liverpool win football games.
Of course, it's going to be what benefits Liverpool, Greg. And I think where I've been frustrated with Mo Salah, Greg, is that it's disturbed the team. And you know, I've had this chat with these boys. Mark, you haven't had your say on it. I know you've been a bit up and down with it. The last few days, you've changed your view on it. I think it was so raw so early on, Mark. No one knew what the fuck to expect. And, you know, it's been a tough one. I don't like the fact that he's done it in a very important week. Do you know what I mean? It happened in a very important week. There's a lot of games. And for me, I love Mo Salah, but I don't think he should have been starting every week anyway. Personally, I think Liverpool have got to go down a new route, and I don't think he likes that with regards to the not being the main man. But the facts are, mate, if Mo Salah is to go, Mark, he deserves to, you know, be with the fans. If it is his last game, for instance, or whatever it is, it can never end on a bad note, can it? Mo Salah with Liverpool, because the ones who lose out, lads, is the fans.
Yeah. Well, last week when it all happened, when I seen I was out on my Christmas night out, and I was like, you know what, fucking get in, because I was that fuming with the game. Because obviously we were 2-0, then I went to 2-2, then, you know, we got to 3-2, and then they scored in the last minute. And then, like Greg said before, I just looked at the manager and I was thinking, you're doing my head in. And then when I seen Salah come out, I'm not surprised that something's come out like that. But obviously, as the days have gone by and you've seen more of the context and all that, but, you know, we've got to stop pretending that everything's always rosy at Liverpool, behind the scenes. We don't
like to admit there's problems.
We only see what they let us see in terms of like when they have the footage there, the cameras and all that.
Yeah.
But the way I'm seeing it now is he deserves a send off, but at the same time, though, he's put a massive stain on a brilliant career. You know, he's going down as top 5 ever for Liverpool, and his legacy status will still be there, but in the short term, it's not, because no matter what happens now from to January, if he goes then, people are going to be pissed off, you know. And I'm not talking about the fucking Twitter heads and all that, you know, the ones who kiss Salah's ass. Like Greg said, it's all about Liverpool, and at the end of the day, he's here to our club. So,
yes, Mark. You know, from my point of view, it hit me. I was like, why the fuck are you making it about you again?
Yeah, but like I said, I've we come on there before we come on here. Then I said he's give fucking Slaughter bought him some time by doing that because the pressure was madly on him. It was badly on him. If he didn't get that result on Wednesday, he's going into this game as probably his last game. You know, that's the difference. But now he's been bought a few weeks because this has overshadowed it. So he deserves a send off tomorrow. But like I said, make no mistake, make no mistake, in the short term memories, this will be bitter. I'm still a bit bitter about the way Henderson went about things, and he went 2 years ago. You know what I mean? It's one of them. In time's a healer, but he's fucked our club over big style the way he's acted. He's reminded me of Cristiano Ronaldo at United when he left. He spat his dummy out, went to Nard, said a few things, and dropped him out the team. It's not acceptable, is it? Let's be honest. Shouldn't be doing it.
You'd said a while ago, Adam, you felt it could be a fucking Cristiano situation. You know what? And I look, there's nothing wrong with players who've got like an ego. That's what makes them fucking. That's the stardust in them,
isn't it? Some of them have got need that to be elite, don't they?
They're mad competitive, and you know, I think most players. I think tomorrow, if he does play, I'm sure he'll come on. I don't think he'll start, Adam. I think it'll be his last game. I really do, and you know, at the end of the day, he's got to enjoy him while he's here. He's not fucking here for fucking ever, is he?
No, that's it. It's actually quite shit, isn't it, that we've come to this point, I think. That we're even talking
like a head-on collision now, isn't it?
Yeah, even that fact that we're talking that's his last game, could be his last game tomorrow. Well, it's only, what, the 12th of December or something. Yeah. And you're like, I thought when, like, Salah would leave, it would be like fucking fireworks at fucking Anfield, everything, like, is thrown in the middle of the pitch and that, what he did when he signed his contract. I don't know, just a bit of madness. But I think that he is going to go out the back door, really, in January. And it looks like that way. And I'm hoping it isn't, though. I know we must go come on to of like, is it like, have they shook hands and have they got over it type thing and going to revisit in the summer maybe? But I just don't see it, mate. I don't think it's mendable, as you say, isn't it? But yeah, shit, lad.
It's just unfortunate. But look, if you just joined us, smash the like, subscribe. I know it's people's Friday night, so hopefully we still got a good crowd in. Keep people joining now. I just want to go through some of the things that the manager said in the press conference. So he said, obviously, one of them was obviously Salah, so I'm not going to talk about that. One thing he did say is he said he's got no reason to not want Salah to stay at the club, which was better. But he could have just said, I don't want him to go. Instead of making it a bit complicated there. With regards to fitness, Greg, he said Federico Chiesa is available again after illness. He said Endo Gakpo were out for a few weeks. He said Isak picked up a knock in the Inter Milan game. Which, Greg, I wanted to get your opinion. If he picked up a knock, why the fuck did they let him carry on?
It's poor man management. We've seen it all season, to be fair. And I'm not surprised. Gakpo's got is going to be out for a few weeks with a little bit of a muscle strain because the fella watching Gakpo felt like watching how do I put this politely? A shit version of Saka in the 23-24 season. That's the only way I can describe it. Like Arteta ran Saka into the ground in the 23-24 season. But you know what? At least when he was getting run into the ground, Saka was getting a goal and an assist every game, and he was putting in good performances and making the players around him better. Gakpo has not been doing that when he's been on the bench. And you know what, lad? I'm not surprised it's happened. I'm not happy it's happened, obviously, because that's still a Liverpool player. That is still a player who can make an impact. That is still a player who has scored goals and has gotten assists. Well, I can't say I'm surprised that Gakpo's got injured. He's probably the top 3 most played players of our season so far. If he's not, I'll be so surprised. It has to be him, Szoboszlai, and Van Dijk, surely.
They never come out, do they? They're the main ones in the team. It's
Salah was it? To be fair, by the way, he was the third minute. Yeah,
he was.
It just shows you though the amount of options he's got, though, hasn't he? You know, he's had to play Gakpo because he's got no other option there. It's either play Gakpo or play a fucking winger who's a 17-year-old kid. You know, he hasn't got that like he had Diaz last season. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why he's played so much.
Thing is, though, Mark, he sort of has got options, though, and everyone wants to see Chiesa, doesn't he? But he's not doing it, is he?
No, he's not.
So I do get it, though. Like, in the summer, everyone was like, it's either Gakpo or Rio, but he's had Chiesa there and he hasn't used them. He's had
And you know what? on that as well, on that note, there's been games this season where we have been quite not comfortable in it, but you know what? Like, I'll use West Ham as an example, right? That's the perfect game to bring on Rio.
10 minutes, yeah.
For the last 20 minutes, it's the perfect game to bring him on and just let him run about the gaff and just do whatever the fuck he wants. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I know we were only 1-0 up until like the last, 5 minutes when Gakpo scored. But you know what? Like, we were sound in that game. We were so sound, and that was West Ham's only chance of the entire second half. And you think to yourself, that's a good game to bring him on, where we're not conceding, we're not, you know, Frankfurt away as well. He's in the Champions League squad. He's not fucking playing in it though.
Yeah,
and this is little things, Greg. You know, obviously,
poor man management like that though.
He's made some fucking wild calls. The manager this year, you know, he really has. Mark in particular, he made one comment here. Let me bring it up. Oh yeah, it was the fact that he said he felt he's kind of happy that we're out the League Cup. That's not the shit to say, is it, Liverpool manager, Mark?
No, it's, you know, Liverpool exists to win.
I was fucking fuming about that Palace game.
When he said that, you know, I thought of you, Ben.
Can I just say,
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking,
can I just say, yeah, I think he said that purely out of hindsight because he's seen that we've got Arsenal. We would have had Arsenal away and then gone to Spurs.
Yeah.
He's only said that out of hindsight. If we had Cardiff, like Chelsea got, he wouldn't be saying that.
No.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't be saying it. You know, because it'd be fucking Cardiff. But it's because we would have had Arsenal away. He's talking in hindsight there.
He did say, you know, it was because he's only got 14 players. He reckons. That's what he reckons anyway. He reckons.
I can say right through it. Anyway, look at the fucking state of the team he played against Palace. You can't say that he's only got 13 fit squad players. When he played all kids anyway.
I know, that's what I mean, yeah.
And you know what? Probably fucking Kayser would still be on the bench if he had that option.
Yeah, his point was that if he went through, then he'd have to play them again in another game. That's what his point was.
You know, this is the thing, Mark. He's made some strange calls this year, but comments like that don't do him any favours. Do you know what I mean? I think with regards to the manager, there's a few players. Greg mentioned that Gakpo doesn't come out the fucking side. Now he is, obviously, he's out the side. You know, and this is why it's important that Salah's and the club have done something behind the scenes today.
Just to get him on the bench.
Forget about fucking whether it's his last game or not. Fucking hell, lad, Liverpool have got a game tomorrow. Like Greg said before, lad, I'm also fucking sick of hearing whose side you're on, whose fucking fault's this. We're fucking playing games, you wouldn't even know about it.
Yeah. No. It's overshadowing everything, isn't it?
Yeah. So, you know, Mo Salah being back in, Mark, is important. Do you think there's potential for Kayser getting a run out? I think he's got to start fucking featuring somewhere, hasn't he? I know this dickhead's fucking laughing.
There's no other better time. Obviously, really, there's no excuse. If he has him on the bench tomorrow and he plays Szoboszlai right wing and Wirtz left wing, and you're like, you know, I'd rather see Wirtz as, you know, central behind the striker. So there's no reason why you can't play him on the left wing tomorrow. If not, we'll go and do a wild card then. Just go and throw fucking Rio in from the start then. Give him fucking 55, 60 minutes. You know,
the thing is,
we need width. I thought, even though we were great we were great defensively and compact, I thought we lacked an outball. We had no one who would go run the channel and was that outball all the time. And that could be a problem against these as well. These like to play a 3-4-3. There's no better time now to be playing a little fucking couple of wingers here. I would be playing.
You get a bit of pace in behind.
Yeah, you need a bit of pace. You've got to have pace. If you're going to sit, I hope you don't sit back and play compact and Anfield. Yeah. But what I mean is on Inter, you needed that outball sometimes. Everything was, when we were getting the ball, there was one point where Maka got fouled, luckily enough, otherwise he was going to get dispossessed. And he looked up and he had a Katike and Isak, Nano, and he was like, I need someone else, like on the touchline to get that ball over there. You know what I mean?
I think that was Robbo, though. Robbo and Gomez, though, isn't it? They're meant to be your outballs, aren't they? In a diamond shape.
Yeah.
So if Kirkes was on the pitch, he would have fucking bombed it down that left-hand side. I think.
Yeah, but then he does that, and then he scored a goal, and then the manager fucking blames him then for being too attacking. You know
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
You know, you can't fucking win these plays. I think tomorrow, Adam, is a great occasion for Kirkes. I think Kirkes He's got to be on the pitch tomorrow, and the reason being is I think that Minton on the right-hand side will be a handful for Robbo, personally, with the pace.
Yeah.
I actually think he's improved a lot recently, Kirk, because I think he's...
Yes.
Do you know what it is? Because there's shit everywhere else. He's fucking kind of got a bit of a shit...
He's calmed down.
Yeah, shielding from it all.
He had his best game against Leeds, didn't he?
I thought he was fucking brilliant. He looks quick as fuck. And Mark, we had this debate, actually, whether he was quick or not, but I think he's showing he's fucking fast going down that side. Adam, I hope the manager, though, we've just mentioned there Chiesa. One of the questions here from LFC Mav, I don't think he'll start tomorrow, Mo, personally. I don't know where you are. But if Mo isn't starting, I would hope the manager keeps the diamond myself. And I'd happily play Chiesa next to Ekatike, me.
Yeah, I think he is going to keep it the diamond. I think he is, because I think he has to as well, because obviously Salah's not here for the AFCON. I think it's the only formation we can actually play. We need to have all our midfielders on the pitch at the minute. They're our best players at the minute as well.
Stopping us fucking conceding fucking the ball in the middle of the pitch, Adam.
Yeah, you can't really drop like Jones, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, even Verts or Macher in it to toss up. But do you know what going to be a mad shout? Like, I know what you're saying about Chiesa and all that. There's more chance of Salah starting than there is Chiesa. Put it that way.
Very true.
And that's
more chance of fucking me starting.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Isak doesn't start. That Salah actually does start up front with it.
Because he's got no choice.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, genuinely.
But it makes him look fucking weak then, so we can't really. I personally, if I was Slot, just to make a point, you can't start him. Yeah. Otherwise, you make him look like he's fucking won then. That's my personal opinion on that.
Unless he comes out to start. Unless he comes out to start and says, "We've had the conversation. Everything's good." I think.
Off he goes to start.
Yeah.
He just looks fucking desperate then. Oh, yeah, I need you now because I'm fucking... I've flogged every...
Yeah.
I've flogged
his job is off the fucking grabs, lad. So
yeah, that's it. He's under pressure, isn't he?
I think, I think with the thing, though, Adam, now, though, because the Salah situation's kind of stopped tonight. I think we can kind of... It's not fully stopped. I think tomorrow's a telling factor. But come after the game tomorrow, Slot's back on the fucking... spotlight of you win 100%. Or you fucking going, do you know what I mean? It's that type of shit. People can't forget what's happened. I think the week off, as with regards to what's gone on off behind the scenes, it's took a bit away from him, Manny.
Yeah, 100%. That's it now. We've had that little thing this week. It's all done. Now we're back on, as you say, spotlight's on you, lad. And we've won one, haven't we, there against Inter? Let's go and build the run-up that we've been saying for fucking ages, what just doesn't happen. So... I just say, if we get beat on Saturday, it's all back to Slot out again, I think. And deserved, by the way.
It's never changed for me. It hasn't changed for me since Forest. He's got to do a lot more. You'd have to win. You'd have to go on a 10 games on the run. But at least 8 wins, 2 draws. If he loses 1, and it's a pathetic showing, he's got to go. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Greg, the manager is fucking... he has been under some major scrutiny, fucking, this season. A comment came in for you before. Yeah, comment came in for you before, actually. Because, where the fuck is it gone, lads? 1 minute. Yeah. XYLFC. Haven't heard Greg's opinion. Arnie, not out. No cop-out answers. Answer when you're off this topic. Where are you at with the manager? We've spoke privately, so I know, but these...
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I've said... on a fair few interviews, as you know, on Cop TV with Alex. I think it was after the Palace game, the cup game, and I said to him, look, the next 3 games after this, Villa, Madrid and City, I said, whatever, we all know they're going to be hard games. It's the next 5, which we're now going through, Brighton being the last one.
Yeah.
I said, look, they're winnable games on paper. You're looking at them, you're saying, look, these should be comfortable wins for Liverpool, regardless of the situation. I even then put out a tweet saying that if we don't win 5 out of 5, it's a disgrace. However, 2 wins or less for me is a sackable offence. So if I don't want to be a hypocrite, I will say I think at this point now, I've seen enough where I can say this is a sackable offence. I say that because I've swayed a little bit. I've had outspace where I said, "Nah, get him gone now." And I've had a few moments where I'm like, you know what? I want you to sort it out. I'm leaning towards the side of I just want him to sort it out because I can't. I don't know. In my head, I don't want to see the fella get sacked. I just want him to sort it out. I just want him to sort it out. But that's not me denying. That's not me saying that. I don't think
he is a nice fella, Greg, isn't he? You know what I mean?
But then that's not me saying that. Like, I don't think he hasn't deserved to be sacked because as I said in my tweet from Palace, which is what I base all my opinions on Slot from. The next 5 Premier League games, if we win 2 games or less, for me, that is a sackable offence. So regardless what goes on, regardless if he does stay, regardless if he does go, as long as he's Liverpool manager, I want him to sort it out. But that doesn't change. That doesn't change the what's called the baseline which I used. So I will be going into Anfield tomorrow saying to myself, if we don't, I mean, to be fair, I say that in these past 5 games, he will only win 2 games if he does win. So I'm still going into that thinking to myself, sackable offence. But I'm still going to sing his name. I'm still going to.
We represent Liverpool, Greg, lads.
Yeah,
we stick together, don't we?
Yeah. And I don't know if I've what's it called? What do they say? No, like black answers or not cop-out answers. I don't think that's a cop-out answer. I think that's a very fair analysis of.
I'd say I'm quite similar. I'd say exactly the same, Greg. To be fair.
You get what I'm saying? I think that's the most level-headed take like a Liverpool fan, especially a match-going Liverpool fan, can have. And I've tried not to be too biased on either side. I've tried not to lose my head, and I've tried obviously not to be delusional either. I've tried to make sure that it is as level-headed, as balanced. You know, you've got arguments from this side, arguments from this side. Put them all in the mix and see what happens. I've tried my very best to do that. But as I said, what, Leeds was the one.
Do you know what? Because the thing is, right, I'm like that. He hasn't been good this year. And I think he can be improved. However, until he is fucking moved on, for instance, we back him. Do you know what I mean? Anyone who stands out there in the spotlight as part of Liverpool, whatever fucking role you play, you've got to get behind them because I just think Liverpool, a club, is like no other. Do you know what I mean? The pressure must be fucking massive. And do you know what? Slot usually, he looked quite fresh, didn't he, when he first came to Liverpool? He looks a bit fucked at the minute. So you can tell it got through him. Yeah. And I tell you what, Greg, it's not a good look for Liverpool sacking the manager straight away, is it? No, like regardless.
It's won a title. It's won a title. We've never done it.
We had the laughing lad. We've had all sorts this season. We had the laughing stock this season, and just the week we've come off. Fuck, can you imagine if we didn't win tomorrow? Like the fucking noise around Liverpool would be.
Oh yeah.
It's painful, isn't it?
No, lads, I know. But that again, that's the thing though, because I look at Liverpool's situation now, and obviously, as we said before, this whole Salah slot thing doesn't help, and if anything, it's made the situation a whole lot worse. Even if we end up going on like a 5-game win streak, because do you know what? Do you know what the worst case scenario for Salah right now? He fucks off to AFCON, and we go on a win streak. It's the worst thing for him right now, because then where do you as a player go from there? Because I know where the team goes from there, but where do you as a player go from there? But at the same time, if we're still just as crap, then you're kind of looking at Salah and you're thinking to yourself, you know what, fella, you might have a point.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a bit. That's why this whole thing right now is so. I don't know. I wouldn't say overwhelming for the fan, but I think that the term I'm more looking for is more of a confusion. You're in a state of confusion because you know what you want, but you also want this piece to work with this piece and for all of it to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been it's
an awkward situation to be in.
It's mad, isn't it? Can I just say as well?
Go on. Get involved.
It's mad, isn't it, that you could see now that like Salah goes away for how long it ever is going to be.
A month.
And
it's a month,
and he gets sacked. Slot next couple of games don't go well. He gets sacked. New manager comes in, and a new manager will turn around and go, I don't want him to go. I want to work with him. I will at least see what I can get out of him.
Give me 6 months with him, yeah.
And I think that's why Salah's been. I want to use the word clever quite carefully.
Took a chance,
not condoning it, but I think he's been clever by putting the seeds. He's put the seeds that's out in before he's fucked off.
Yeah.
So now it's all come out now that he seems to think that Liverpool function better as a unit without Salah, which I think is a load of bollocks, to be honest.
I think so too, by the way.
I think what's happened it's not Salah's fault. I think that they've gone and bought a number 9 who's predominantly going to hang off the shoulder. Salah was our number 9 playing on the right wing.
Yeah,
That's the way I've seen it. And I said to you earlier on the summer, Ben, I see when Isak comes in, it's going to be a bit of a problem. What you do with Salah then, because Salah's going to be the one who's going to be the one that's staying further forward.
Mark,
You're wide now.
They've all been getting in each other's way.
Yeah. They don't seem to be reading each other.
No.
But like I said, I think this is a pivotal moment now. Slot has got him out the team. He's used him as the scapegoat because I think he has some elements. He could have turned around and squashed this. He could have turned around and went, listen, he's going to AFCON. I've got to try something new without him. That's what I've got to do. I've got to try this new I've got to try this new system now without him because I'm trying it earlier. If he'd have said that, I don't think Salah would have been too aggrieved, but I don't even think he's told him that. I think he's just put him out for 3 games and gone, I see where you're going with this now.
And it's because, right, obviously when Salah made his comments, it was a case of he said that Slot didn't give him an answer. But imagine if he just gave that answer. Look, Mo, you're going to AFCON in 3 weeks, right? The team's not been performing. I want to make sure that I can somehow steady results when you're gone. I want to find a way of playing so I know that when you're gone, you know, we can settle things back. Hopefully, then you go to AFCON, you pick up some form. Hopefully, go and win the thing. Get that little confidence boost.
And then you come back then, ready to go for the second half.
We're back there, we're set. But it was the fact that he just said nothing. And you know what, right? If what Salah is saying is true, then I'm not saying I agree with him going public, but I understand the head loss. I do. Because that's your manager, that's your coach. That's the one that you look for inspiration for. That's the one that you look.
It's got to be an open conversation, haven't you?
Yeah, that's the one you go to for guidance. It's the one you go for support. It's the one you go for advice. That Slot is the one that the players go for when, you know, they need help with something. If Slot's not giving them an answer or a straight answer or just one that's left them in the dark a little bit, I totally understand Salah's head loss. I do. Not saying that I think that, you know, it was right to go to some random media that weren't even Sky or TN or TNT or whatever, just some random media and say it. But I understand the head loss. I do. Because if what he's saying is true, Slot has basically just kind of, I don't know, lad, in the bin.
I've said this, Greg. I don't think he's done himself any favours. Slot should have come out and said, this is what I said to him. This is what I was setting out to do. But he hasn't.
He's just gone,
I don't know what I've done wrong. Yeah. And I think he is part of the problem as well.
The fact he hasn't said, oh no, but this was what was actually said. That's why, and as I said before, the reason I hate this debate is because people pick sides, right? But when Slot comes out and says, nah, lad, well, I don't know what you want me to do. That's why people start leaning towards Salah, because they're like, well, he looks like he's been a twat to Slot looks like
it looks like he's picking on him then, doesn't he?
Exactly. But then you've got people that are like, nah, you never undermine the manager, so they go to Slot side. And that's the only thing that I can criticize Salah for, was even going there in the first place and saying what was on his mind to press. Yeah. This could have easily been, he could have easily gone to Dom, he could have easily gone to Verge and said the same thing, and no one in the entire world would have had a clue. I mean, Indicator might have tweeted a few little things here and there, you know what I mean? I don't know where
he seems to be in the fucking...
Got a microphone no one would have had a clue. Salah would have been on that plane to Italy. He probably would have played. In fact, he probably would have started. You know, it...
I half disagree, to be honest with you. Because...
Oh, go on then, here we go.
I'm just letting you go on, but this all happened after the West Ham game. It's nothing to do with the Leeds game. Nothing to do. They had a meeting on the Sunderland game. That's when it's come out now that all the reps now have got in. So he moaned after being dropped for one game, and we won, by the way. So my point is that as well, that you go on about all this Slot stuff and all that type of thing. But again, it just shows that he's not asked one bit. We've won the game, so you're not playing on Wednesday. Simple as. So
can I jump in on him? Do you think he's got pissed off with regards to the Leeds game? Because I think the game before it, he come on at half time. I think he's then thought he was going to start.
Because he played well.
You reckon?
Usually, if you come on and do well, you tend to get your start.
I think he did well in that Sunderland game, mate. I think he was one of the only players creating attack of chances.
I'm one of the ones that doesn't think he should be starting every week, by the way. And I'm
Can
one
I
of the
just
ones.
say
that-
something as well? Did
Go
you
on.
see that article by James Pearce on the Friday about Szoboszlai playing on the right and it gives him more of a
more
safe
compact.
security? I
Yeah.
think that's what's kicked him off. Because I think he's gone, well, he's playing in my position and he's saying
he's
that
not a fucking right
he
winger.
offers better cover. So he's basically saying you're not fucking pulling your weight anymore,
And
which
he
he
scored,
doesn't.
by the way.
But he
That
was
right
used to
winger
that last
scored
year because
as well.
he was our focal point. He was our 9 playing on the right. So that's where the problem is. I think that's where he's seen that he's been thrown under the bus. I think if he'd have said the managers threw me under the bus and not the club, I think I would have half accepted it because I seen that article on the Friday about him saying that Szoboszlai is playing more to the right now than Salah because he's offering more of a security blanket in terms of run because he runs all fucking day for him.
As a man like you, I think I just don't think he can handle coming out the side, lads, to be honest. And I've said that
Simple as that.
I've been vocal on this myself. I think I just think I also think he wants to go himself, lads. Do you know what? And that's not me fucking digging him out either. I just think he's had enough this year. I really do. You know the way Jürgen was burnt out, Mo's burnt out in a different kind of way. I think the Jota situation's
The
fucking.
fella carried us to a fucking league title, lads.
Exactly, lads. He's
I'll
fucking.
be burnt out too.
And he's fucking 30 odd years of age, lads. You know what I mean? He's not 28, 27. You know, the league is the hardest it's been. Let's make no mistake about it. He must be fucking goosed after that last year. The high of the fucking celebrating Adam to the lowest of lows. We've had fucking cars driving through fucking crowds at the parade, and then sadly Jota passes away, which is massively affected Mo. I had this show yesterday, the Cup of the Morning with Marty and Millie, and you know we were talking about how fucking emotionally fucked Mo was in front of the Bournemouth grounds. Do you know what I mean? At Anfield. So I think the way the season's gone, Adam, I think I also think they've used coming up the side a bit to maybe push for a potential move in January. Now I know not everyone has to agree with it. I don't give a fuck. Everyone's got their own opinion on it to go which way they want on it. You know what I mean? I'm talking because some people have been saying I'm racist on that. Fuck knows what. Oh, you become racist if you said someone wants to go to a different club. But I think maybe he needs a fresh change, Adam. And I wouldn't be against it. Do you know what Mo could happily say? I think it's time I need a change.
Yeah.
Everyone's entitled to it, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. And that's why I wish it was going like that. But unfortunately, it's not going to go like that. Because I think he's a bit too stubborn as well. I think he sort of wants everyone to maybe think that Liverpool have pushed him out, and he does love the club and he loves this and loves that. Not just about him. I think he's tearing at the fans, to be honest, against the club. I think a lot of them, because he knows as well that there's a lot of FSG out people still out there. You know what I mean? So he's not fucking stupid. So, but yeah, I don't think it's going to go down the way you want it to.
One thing about Mo is, right, one thing about, you know, he could be pissed off, and I agree. You know, when I've seen that fucking divvy on the left wing playing all the time, you know, he's got a leg to stand on.
Yeah, stuff like
but
that.
he knows how to use his words well, and his agent is clever how he's gone about it with them. Do you know what I mean? They've used it to get things they've wanted, and you know, it's sad, and it sometimes it's not good. Do you know what I mean? The way this has happened a few times, and you know,
I'd love to know what are they speaking about on that Wednesday? What are they speaking about? Like, why after the West Ham game, he's belled us for an agent and been like, right, I need you to go and speak to the club. Why I'm not playing? Why? That's what sounds mad to me. That like you were saying, Greg, of like, just go and speak to Arne Slot yourself. Why are you getting all your lawyers in and all that about what? It's a bit. So there's more to it. Obviously, there's more to it. Than getting dropped, isn't it?
It's not just about it being dropped. There's more.
You don't just do that, do you? You don't just.
But you see, the thing is, though, right? You're saying that, but you're not calling him a divvy for that. You're obviously questioning what has been going on. You're not there acting like pretending that you know what's going on to the finest detail. It's simply just a case of why has this happened?
Yeah, what's happened? Yeah.
In the middle of a fucking carnage season, and we think the walls are fucking caving. But look, you know, we're going to the game now. Starts obviously 40 minutes. Try and wrap up the next 10, 15 or so everyone can enjoy the Friday nights. But look, you know, we'll try and go through the teams. Greg, what sort of team are you expecting tomorrow from the manager? Because we are limited, but I mean, at the end of the day, I still think there's a fucking good amount of players on the pitch to get a result. And I think with Salah coming back into the squad, as we've been told, this will bring the crowds up again. Because some people think he's going, don't they? And that will help tomorrow to hopefully push the boys on.
Look, I mean, this season Anfield has really lost its factor. We can't deny that. Anfield has lost its scary factor to it.
Fear factor, lads, gone a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, but you know what, mate? Do you know what? Something that Liverpool fans as a whole, especially the match-going ones, thrive off. It's emotion. It's down and
Now
out
emotional
emotion.
now, Greg.
It's down and out emotion with a sudden glimpse of hope. It's what we sing about before the game. It's literally it's literally what Liverpool Football Club was built on. It was down and out hope, and then you rise back. And I'm telling you right now, the fact if Salah's name's like even on the bench, it'd be like Chiesa. The song people will sing his song because he's on the bench.
Be non-stop, yeah.
Yeah, people will sing his song because he's on the bench because they want to see him. People will sing a song the moment he comes on the pitch. The people will sing a song after every pass, after every shot, even if it's missed, it will happen.
I hope they do. I really hope they do. Really hope they do.
And I'm telling you right now, there's like as I said before, the Liverpool fan base is thrives off emotion, and this is something that will give everyone so much emotion.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, lads, and you know the one thing's for sure is, lad, like you know, XY is saying, do we think it's Salah's final game? I do, Greg. I think you potentially think it is tomorrow. But at the end of the day, Greg, first and foremost, we've got a fucking job to do. 3 points are massive. What sort of changes do you think the manager makes tomorrow? I think Isak's on the bench, lads. I
think if Isak's knock is really a knock, he's not starting, he's on the bench, right? So that means you've obviously got no Gakpo, no Isak. That basically means you're left with Chiesa, Ekitike, Wirtz, possibly, and what's it called? Who else is there? Yeah, so Wirtz, Ekitike, Chiesa, fucking Salah.
Yeah, Rio, but he's not.
Rio's in the combo, but he won't start, obviously.
He's just a fucking hologram now.
Yeah. It all honestly, it all depends on the idea and how Liverpool want to approach this Brighton team. Because in my head, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I don't see Slot playing with a right-sided or right-footed right winger if it's not Szoboszlai. So that automatically means that Chiesa's not going to get thrown in at right wing. It also means Wirtz is not going to get thrown in at right wing. Yeah. So what this could mean is that we could play with a more shocker midfield in which Curtis Jones is there, McAllister is there, Szoboszlai is there, Gravenberch is there, and Wirtz is there, and Ekitike, and maybe Chiesa plays up front too. Because I don't think Slot sees a point in playing a system in which he has two right-footed players playing on the right-hand side in right back and right wing.
Yeah,
so I'm kind of thinking something. You know, it's going to be some sort of, you know, personally, if I was to predict it, if Salah's not going to start,
tell me your team. Then tell us your 11, and the boys will do this.
Oh, we got Alisson. Bradley can't play because he's suspended from the Leeds game, got the yellow card. So it'll be Gomez, Konate. From what I know anyway, there's no injuries there. In Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk, Curtis.
Yeah.
Gravo, Jones, Shobo, Wirtz. And then you got Chiesa, Ekitike.
Yeah. Mark, I just put you on mute there because I could hear your kids in the background.
You're not kids.
Yeah. Come back to you, Mark. He's going to give his fucking kids a kick up the arse. Adam, are you in agreement with the team? What Greg just said? I don't think there's loads of changes to make.
I think Isak starts. Yeah.
Well, if Isak starts, then for me, take Chiesa out and you lobby Isak.
Yeah. I'm exactly the same. Step Chiesa for Isak. Sorry, Isak for Chiesa. He said he's picked up a knock, but I just say he did carry on an extra 20 minutes, and then he said he was training today, so maybe he will start.
Oh, he did say he was training today.
Oh yeah, he said he was training still.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So he's got a week to fucking rest. So I reckon he plays him, lad. Yeah, I think he plays him. Then Salah's the sub half time on.
Do you know what, right? Obviously, Mark, I know obviously you were going to go Dennis fan. Obviously, I throw some things out. I think this team personally, and the reason why I say that is I think Wirtz is going to play off Ekitike, and they're going to keep three behind him. Let me just, so he's gone with Gomez, Alisson, Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Jones, Grav, Maka, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, and Ekitike. I like that team, to be honest. Yeah. I think Maka would probably play as the 10 with Jones and Szoboszlai being on the sides. I I think he's got to try and keep the team as close to that diamond as possible. And I do think Wirt could play off like a TK. I think the sub potentially, you've just said Isak start. I think he comes on 60 minutes personally for TK. This may be the game he sees where he does the swap as opposed to constantly playing them. I know some people are saying Maka needs to be benched. Liverpool have to be careful how they fucking bench players while they're second, you know what I mean? Maybe just give Maka another run out until the forwards are fully fit together. Mark, any changes from your side?
I don't mind seeing a similar team, but I want to see a different style of play. I don't want to see us doing that at Inter.
What style of play are you going on about? Which one do you want?
I just think that we sat a little bit deeper and too compact, lads, and I thought we were like
Milan.
I've seen
Milan, yeah.
if you've seen the game when where was it when we beat? Who did we beat? And then the game after Real Madrid, and then we went into the same team. Yeah. No, we went. Yeah, sorry, it was. Yeah.
No,
and then we got. Yeah, and it was like, how can you play the same team and then completely change the fucking system? I don't want to. I want to see. I'd rather personally see a winger in there. To be honest,
I think we all would, though, wouldn't we? But like, if what Slot's saying about the fact he's not got any options, especially with Gakpo not being there, and if Isak's knock is enough for him not to start, and then Salah's blatantly not going to start anyway. The only winger option you got there is Ekatike, and obviously Chiesa on the right. Yeah. But he's not going to play a right-footed winger on the right-hand side unless it's Szoboszlai, and he's not going to take Szoboszlai out
the other week, though, didn't he?
No, he means unless your name's Chiesa, he's not going to play him.
No, I know that, yeah. But I mean, like, he played
He's got no fucking chance.
If you called anything else, lad, you're playing, but...
Yeah, do you know what? A few comments coming in. That Ross is a fucking bastard, lad. He's trying to make me laugh.
That's not what he said. It's got to be about me, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is about you, lad.
Fucking mushroom head. Fucking get your mushroom head on here then, eh? Let's all have a laugh at that. Fucking Bobby Box head.
The way you went, he's fucking talking about me, isn't he?
I know it straight away, that's it.
Oh, fucking hell. Right then, let's go. Score predictions. Go on, Greg. You start us off.
You know what? I don't know. We've done so well at keeping random clean sheets this season. We'll concede 10, and then we'll just keep a random clean sheet out of nowhere. Yeah. And I don't think tomorrow's going to be one of them games, so I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool.
It's a scoreline I had in my head, to be fair, lads. I see a Liverpool win. Mark, what score?
1-1.
Oh, Mark. No wonder fucking Ross has gone for you, lads.
Lad, I just don't see any. I think what the problem is, when you were talking the other week that Liverpool are a home team, we're not. Yeah. We're an away team. We should play away from home at the moment. I think the way he's setting us up,
this way,
we are like a very away team.
We've got better. We've got a better being compact.
I don't see us going out there tomorrow and dominating them. I really don't.
That'll be a tough game. Hard game. Right in a
hard game.
What?
Where are they in the league?
Above us.
Everyone's above us, lads.
Everyone's a fucking above us.
It's not hard to do that. It's not hard to be above Liverpool football right now.
Hard, is it?
They're 8th at the moment. I think Matt said on the group chat that
he's done all right, that young manager, hasn't he? That young fella.
Matt said on the group chat that they're having a poor season, but I think they'll be taking 8th at the moment. I think they finished bottom half, middle of the bottom half table. So they are a good team and they're dangerous on the day, and they've got a decent midfield as well. I don't know. I just don't see us having enough attacking threat, and it's not down to the players on the pitch. I just think the way we've been playing lately, we're setting up to not concede goals rather than setting up to go and score. We've seen it a few times this season now. I know where we just absolutely looked at it. Sunderland beat West Ham 2-0. Good away performance, set up, dead compact. Got the 2 goals, and then we had to come out as the attacking team. I just see the same thing.
Yeah, no. Look, it's going to be tough tomorrow, Adam. If it is a 2-1 and it goes to 1-1, there's only one fella who really comes on to get that goal, isn't it? Fucking he'd take the fucking roof off if Mo Salah gets the winner, lad, in front of the top of him.
Imagine that, lad. Fucking hell.
That's one way to go out, lad, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be like, that'd be a belt to send off that, like, fucking hell.
And if there was a player to do that, it would be him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely, lad.
No, I'm not convinced, man. Happy endings never happen in football, man.
Unless
you're
try and cheer up, you.
Tell yourself for it. Happy
That's
endings never.
Santa's that, lad. Turns into the Grinch.
Lad, no, listen. Happy endings never happen in football, man.
Doesn't, but I mean, if he was to, it wouldn't be against it to see him pop up and score, Adam.
No,
if there's someone who dismisses that sentiment, it's him.
Yeah. He's got a great record against Brighton, now, hasn't he? Didn't someone put in about
Matt said something about it. Some fucking
like scored the winner last season, didn't he?
Yeah, he scored like 17 goals or something. Like
out of 18 or something.
Yeah,
Adam, scoreline, what are you thinking?
I fancy 2-1 as well. I agree with Mark though as well. I think it's going to be one of them. I think we're going to let them have the ball. I think we're going to let them have the ball and try and sort of hit them as well on the counter. I don't see us dominating them. I agree with what Mark's saying. But I do fancy us. I think Akatika is going to be our winner, lad.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. Oh, look, we've all, Mark's gone for the draw. Us three have gone for a win. I think it's going to be tough, but whatever it is, we've got a job to do tomorrow, and 3 points is massive. Liverpool have got to start getting in the mix. Look, I know we think the title's gone, but a couple of wins, you just don't know where the fuck you are in this league because everyone's beating everyone. XY's going 2-0 Brighton. Fucking hell, if that happens,
if that happens,
call it off, lads. Call it off.
The pod will be finished. We're fucking it off. Everyone can be sold. Fuck it, we're getting a game next week. But look, Reds, enjoy your Friday night. Big game tomorrow. A few good games on as well. I think there's a late game. Arsenal 8 o'clock as well.
Arsenal 8 o'clock. They can't play the 12:30 because they played away at Bruges on Wednesday. Yeah.
I've seen someone complain about that.
Happy days.
Okay, now. That didn't happen when fucking Klopp was in charge, though. We've been obviously the R12s don't exist unless Liverpool are playing them.
Yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
How many we have? But Reds, look, shout out to everyone in the comments. Callum again, like, subscribe, people, join the madhouse. This is Bossack Greg, by the way. He's brought the Christmas vibes, even if he turned into the Grinch at the end. But it is what it is.
Realistic, lads. You've got to be realistic.
All the fucking screws there. That fucking pissed on everyone's shit. That's fucking ridiculous.
But
don't worry, you get to go staying up to your house tonight.
Reds, enjoy your Friday. Hopefully the Reds win tomorrow, and we'll be back tomorrow evening. See you after. Enjoy your night. Up the fucking Reds.